Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Helpful Lockpicker here, and the video I have for you today is going to be a review of a fantastic pick that was made by the one and only Daz Evers. This pick comes with a Cocobolo wooden handle that is so smooth to the touch and it fits very well in your hand. It has a really nice profile. This pick is very lustrous and well put together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a good close-up of this pick, and we're going to go through a quick review so you can see all the hard work that Daz Evers puts into all of his custom picks. More information is coming up on this pick in just a second. Please stay tuned. Alright, so what I have in front of us today is an outstanding pick that was made by the one and only Daz Evers. This pick is made out of Cocobolo wood for the wooden handle, and it has about a 23 to 24 thousandths of an inch profile on the shank. I first got this pick when I mentioned to Daz Evers that I would love to have a pick made out of Cocobolo. I just find that to be a pretty cool wood, and he offered to make it for me and send it out to me right away. And I am just so happy to have this pick. This is such a really cool pick, and it is in my collection, and I just really enjoy looking at it. If you're not familiar with Daz Evers, he's a really nice guy from Australia. He is a great member of the lock sport community. He is always making challenge locks, really nice custom picks, and making some really cool videos. What I'm going to do is I'll put a link up on the top here so you can check out his channel. He is a really nice man. He works full-time, he has a family, and he is always just trying to be a great member of the community. He has a great number of handmade picks that he has made, and this one is one of the few that I have of his. He has sent me this one, and I'm currently waiting on, he is sending me out one made out of snakewood. But what I really enjoy about this pick is the handle. It is just very ergonomically made, it is very strongly made, and it has a really nice finish. Just look at the Cocobolo wood. That is just a really beautiful wood to have. And then it holds in your hand very well. A lot of people like to hold their picks off the handle like this when they are picking. For me, I really enjoy having a piece of the shank resting on my finger. I feel like that gives me more control when I am picking, and this pick just sits very comfortably. The shank on this pick is very lustrous, it has a really great shine, and it has a really great profile. And the fact that it's made out of 23 to 24 thousandths of an inch means in a US lock, it will fit the majority of the keyways. It has a lot of strength. This pick is really well held together with these two brass pins in here. It feels like it is not going to come apart, and this pick is just very, very strong. Sometimes I am afraid to use it just because of the fact that it is so beautiful, it is hard to replace, and it is in my collection, and I just really enjoy seeing it. It is very aesthetically pleasing. But just having a good looking pick and a pick that fits in your hand is not always enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now try to test this pick out on a few locks so you can see this pick in action. Alright, so I'm going to test this pick out first on this clear acrylic padlock. You've certainly seen one of these before, and I'm going to just pick through a few locks so you can see this pick working on a couple different locks so you can see how effective it is. So I'm going to start off with pin 1, 2, 3, 4, good click on 5, and going back to 4, got a good click. And that lock is now opened up. These are never too hard of locks to open up, but they are a great visual aid. The next lock is going to be this master lock number 3. This is a quintessential starter lock, and I'm going to see what it takes to get it open with this Cocobolo pick made by Daz Evers. On these master locks, I typically just take a zipping approach, and the lock is now already opened up on just one zip. Then I'm going to move on to this Master Lock model number 140. I sometimes debate whether I like to zip them open or if I like to single pin pick them. They open up so many different ways, but my absolute favorite way is using a comb pick. I really find that to be an excellent exploit. So what I'm going to do now is just single pin pick this one. Heard a little click on 2, little click on 3 with maybe a small false set. And I touched one and the lock opened up. I didn't really feel like I hit 4 all that much, so I'm not sure about that. Then I'm going to move on to this Brinks 40mm laminated padlock. This lock has 2 spools in it. It has okay tolerances, but what I like about it is it's a really great lock to learn on because it gives pretty decent feedback. So now let's start off with pin number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, now I have a nice little false set that you can see right here. And let's see what we're on. 1, 2, counter rotation. Still have the false set. 4, counter rotation. And the lock is now opened up. Now I'm going to move on to the Master Lock model number 570. This lock has 4 spools and 1 standard pin. I think I just have a super easy one because this lock literally opens up no matter what I do to it. But you can see that it is certainly going to be locked up right now once I can get the right tension wrench in. Let's see if we can find a thin enough one here. There we are. So we're all locked up. And then this one, sort of just stick my pick in and it usually just opens right up. Nothing to it. And then let's just see if we can finish this up with this Master Lock lockout tagout. If it puts up a little bit of a fight, I'm not going to worry about getting it open. But let's see how we can get this lock open right now. Let's see, 1, 2, little click on 3, 4, 5, small click on 6, 1, 2, 3, little click on 4 again, 5, 6. Now I have a little false set. 1, counter on 2, 3, 4, 5, click on 6, 1, 2, got a little counter on 3 a second ago, little counter on 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, pin 1, nothing. Okay, now I got a deep false set. Pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counter rotation, and the lock is now opened up. So this has been a pretty fun pick to work on. As always, it is not the pick that makes the picker, it is practice. We were able to get through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 locks relatively quickly that are pretty decently difficult locks when you're first starting out. But I feel like the way that this pick was crafted, it is extremely comfortable, has an excellent profile, and it is just very well made that this is a great pick to use if you want to use as your everyday pick. It is something that can really get through a lot of different locks, and it can do it very comfortably. I highly recommend that you check out some of Daz Evers' picks. They're not something that he sells. He makes them for fun, and he really enjoys making them. So if you ever wanted to get a pick, you would have to reach out to Daz Evers. I'm not really sure how he decides who he's going to make one or not, but I just feel so lucky to own this one, and I just feel so lucky even more to have another one coming my way made out of the snakewood. When I saw the video that he made with the snakewood pick, I quickly fell in love with it. It was just such a beautiful wood, and I cannot wait to have another Daz Evers pick coming in. But if you would like to learn anything more about Daz Evers, what I'm going to do is I'll put a link up on the top here. In that link, you'll be able to check out the video I made on him on my featured channel of the week. That is a video series that I make where I feature a channel and just try to highlight all of the top points of their channel, so you'll be able to give a good understanding what they are all about and why you should consider subscribing to them. But this is all I have for you today. This has been a Cocobolo handmade pick by Daz Evers. I am so happy to own it. It is just such a beautiful pick, and I thank you all for checking it out. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. As always, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you all have a great day, and just thank you so much for checking this out.